I thought I'd come out and do another test comparing the Outback, the RTAK 2, and my custom Bowie knife. I already did one comparing how much chopping power they have with just individual cuts. And I was thinking, that doesn't really accurately relate to how well they cross-cut. Because there's two functions there. There's how much penetration they get and how much material they actually displace. For example, the RTAK 2 gets a bit more penetration than the custom Bowie. The Bowie makes a much wider cut because it displaces more material. So I was thinking, which one of them would actually be the better at cross-cutting a piece of hardwood? Now, I could do softwood again, but it's not really what I encounter out here. I mean, I'm constantly getting told that Australia has the hardest woods in the world. And I'm even getting told that apparently our pine is harder than pine found in the United States or England, because it's it's an environmental thing, is what I keep getting told. So, well, if anyone would like to send me a pine 2x4 from the States or England, please let me know, because I really would love to see how much of a difference there is, or if it's just a myth. But you know, a lot of people keep telling me it, so oh well. I haven't got experience with foreign woods, so I would not be able to confirm or deny it. So I've got a piece of wood over here, and it's a piece of wood that I cross-cut through a hardwood knot with the Outback in order to test its durability and see if it could actually handle some really heavy chopping work. And it survived. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not thinking that durability will be an issue with the Outback after what I've done with it. I'll put the video of that after this, but I want to get out it versus RTAK 2 versus my custom, mainly so that people can see how it goes compared to another large knife that a lot of people would be more familiar with, because, well, if they've got nothing to compare it to, then they might assume that it's cutting really badly because it's going through such a hard piece of wood. But if with this cross-cutting it still performs better than the RTAK 2, like it did with the softwood, and well, even the piece of hardwood I had, which is the same, came from the same piece of wood originally. But if it still beats the RTAK 2, then you know, then people have that to compare to as this chops a bit better. Theoretically, it might chop worse. We don't know. I'm going to find out right now. Although it did chop better with single cuts into the mediums used in my last test, but this is more of a cross-cutting performance. So let's get into it. Okay. Well, this is the same piece of wood that I cut through that really hard knot with the Outback. Now, something has gotten into it in this section and hollowed it out. So I'm going to start cutting around here, and hopefully it's not hollow through here. Won't really know until I open it up. Alright, so may as well start with what seems to be the reigning champion, the Outback from Down Under Knives. Alright, we're going to give it, each one of these knives, I'm going to give 30 swings into a piece of wood, cross-cutting, just to see how much performance they have, and then I'll be able to compare them more accurately than with single strikes. Alright, let's get going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30. Alright, RTAK 2. Now, I'm not going flat out in terms of force, but I am trying to keep my level of force consistent, which is a bit more important for comparing than it is for finding what its maximum ability is. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It is pretty close, but I would have to give it to the Outback. That is far more wood displaced in 30 strikes from the Outback than from the Ontario RTAK 2. And on top of that, more of my strikes from the Ontario RTAK 2 were on target than with the Outback. I missed a lot of my strikes from where I was aiming for. I missed. With my RTAK 2, I was able to be a bit more accurate. Don't know if that's just the knife or the fact that I'm starting to get into the swing of things. That's a pun. But yeah. Could be the knife, could just be me. Not gonna write that up as a data point, but oh well. But to be honest, yes, the Outback did displace noticeably more material in the amount of strikes, which is kind of what we would have expected from our previous test. One more. Got that knot in the way. Just move it even further. Yeah. Slightly different angle. Let's see how it does. My customized Paratrooper was originally a Paratrooper by Martindale, but I turned it into a Bowie knife and changed the grind and overall made it a superior blade in my opinion. And I will be giving one of these away in a competition very soon. So if you're not subscribed and you would like a 10-inch durable wilderness blade, might be worth subscribing. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And oh my god. I would have never believed that if I had not seen it myself. I'm gonna have to bring this in. From the looks of things, this did noticeably better than the other two knives. That is just shocking. This weighs considerably less than the others, is a lot less expensive. The thing is, I put like 10 hours into honing that edge and getting the maximum performance out of that blade. So this is customized. I put, yeah, like I said, probably over 10 hours into honing. Actually, the original honing and reprofiling processes would have taken about 10 hours. There was a hell of a lot more than that in the long run, because I've been constantly honing it over months and months, and those other two, they're just factory standard edges, except the down on the lower part of the Outback, like in that section of the Outback, which I wasn't using for cutting, I did knock the shoulder off, but that has a convex edge, and oh my god, this chops better. Oh, it's a little sad, but oh well. If you want a 10-inch blade that can outperform a $220 blade, subscribe. Please. Wow. I am definitely doing a video on how to make one of these. Let's have a look at the edge. Still looks intact, just dirty. Is that rolled? There is. I don't know, I might have rolled the edge a little. Yep, it's rolled, but to be honest, I can fix that in seconds. Just gotta re-hone it on a stone or some sandpaper and it'll be back good as new. Wow. That is oh, okay, I'm gonna bring you in so you can actually have a better look at the cuts that it made. Right, so it's a bit hard to show how far it went in, but yeah, that's the depth it went versus depth that the RTAK 2 went in. That is maybe, in terms of depth, that's maybe half the depth, and almost the same but slightly better for the Outback. Slightly, well, that's over a much broader area, but there's more material removed from the Outback than from the RTAK 2. I'm kind of in shock at the moment, but my customized convex Bowie knife that I spent so long creating, that is probably twice the amount of material removed in 30 swings as the RTAK 2 did in 30 swings. Right, I'm just gonna have to reconfirm this. Alright, I'm having trouble believing this, to be honest. If it wasn't right in front of me, I wouldn't believe it. And even though it is right in front of me, I'm just gonna have to re-verify it. I'm going to do another notch right here, 30 swings, with the RTAK 2, just to make sure that, well, because this piece of wood is right here, then, you know, if there's any, if this section cut out is bigger because the wood is not as hard, it's a possibility. I'm going to put another notch right next to it, just to confirm or deny. Alright, let's have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah. I almost can't believe it. That is, honestly, that is, from what I can gather, that is harder than the wood here. Must be, I'm thinking it must be harder, because this notch is even smaller than the first notch I did with the RTAK 2. This is just... wow. I guess that's the power of the convex. And a slightly more of a wedging action. I mean, wow. That's just easily twice the amount of material displaced by my custom than from the RTAK 2. I mean, wow. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And again, considerably less material displaced in that 30. Like, the amount of material removed by those 60 swings is probably even less than 30 from my custom. That is just... I'm looking at it, I just can't believe it. It's taking a bit to process that. Oh well. Yeah, I'm going to be making another one of them custom Bowie knives out of Paratrooper, and I'm going to be giving it away in a competition. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and you might be able to, well, so you'll get a, please subscribe if you're interested in winning that knife. I mean, wow. I've lost for words, pretty much. Wow. Alright. I'm noticing that it's the further we go down the wood, the harder it seems to be getting, because I'm getting less penetration with the knife. So that was the RTAK 2, 30 swings. I'm going to give another 30 swings right here. Yeah, I'm just double checking this because it's just so hard for me to believe, even though I'm looking right at it. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Whoops! What was that, 21 or 22? I don't know. Let's say it was 22. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Oops, that one just... even with that one being off, that is so much noticeably bigger than that is not funny. Oh my. Okay. Wow. I don't know what to say. That is so not what I expected, and that is, yeah, it's smaller than the first one I did of 30 strikes, but you know, I've noticed that the further I go down this piece of wood, the more I head down this piece of wood, the harder the wood seems to be, so the less I'm getting. But even so, that still displaces more material. No. Even so, that has still displaced more material than that. It is, you know, custom Bowie versus RTAK 2. I'm not really... I mean, wow. That is just insane. I should probably get another one in with the Outback. Alright. Although this section, if you know, if the trend of the further I'm going down, the harder it gets continues, then this would be the hardest part yet. So let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. Actually, yeah, there's a bit of softwood there. Yeah, that's like rotten there. Yeah. But still, that is a lot more displaced than the RTAK 2, and dare I say, that is okay. That is almost as much displacement as the custom Bowied. In fact, even with the fact that there's some soft spots in here, I'm going to have to say that these two are a bit too close to call. Although if I had to guess, I'd say that's a little bit less material, but that could always be human error. But yeah, both of these knives definitely outperformed the RTAK 2, which is probably going to make a lot of RTAK 2 fanboys very uncomfortable. Alright, I'm going to get out of here before my camera gets too wet. But, wow. That is insane. So yeah, if you want to win one of those custom buoys, subscribe, like and favorite this video. That's not the competition, just please do it anyway. But seriously, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, that way you'll be updated with details for the competition. Alright, see yous.